Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This is a tricycle ride, which is a motorbike with a side cart attached to it. Anyway, we're just leaving the resort that I did a video at, Jpark Island Resort and Waterpark over on Mactan Island. And we're headed back to Cebu City where I live, and we're going to take a lot of the tricycles. They have limited areas that they travel, so they don't travel all the way to the bridge or across the bridge, for instance. So we're going to take this down to, I believe it's Gaisano Grand Mall, and then we're going to catch a taxi down there, go the rest of the way. Anyway, we're going to take a little bit around. See what's going on. I'm going to discuss a few things that I've seen in the news the past few days as far as traveling to the Philippines, and a couple other updates. Look out, dogs think they own the road. You'll find them sleeping in the middle of the road, and they expect you to drive around them sometimes, some roads. Anyway, first of all, you know, the foreigners, more and more foreigners are coming into the Philippines. Now, presently, in the past, Koreans were the biggest number of foreigners. Almost 2 million came in 2019. And at the present time, many of them are a little reluctant to come back until they are really convinced these governments are going to stay open this time, because these past 2 years it's been on again, off again, on again, off again. We're going to open. No, we're not. We're going to lock down. We're going to open. No, we're not. We're going to lock down. So a lot of travelers, unless they have ties here from the various countries, unless they have a business, unless they have a wife or husband, a mate, a relationship with somebody, they probably aren't going to come back until all the restrictions are dropped and prices of airlines and such drop as well. At the present time, basically, to come into the Philippines, you need to be fully vaccinated. And now they're talking about changing the definition of fully vaccinated to also requiring some type of booster shot. I've seen that in the news the last couple of weeks, and we'll just have to wait and see how that all works out. So that may, you know, if you're on a plane and they change the rules, will that affect you as you land? I would guess not, but it's not my decision. You would probably be strongly encouraged to get that shot here in the Philippines. People have asked me about getting the test done here, and my understanding is that a couple of the airports do offer, like Mactan, Cebu Mactan International Airport on this island here that I'm traveling on, offers the test, so you can get the test at the airport, so that you can get on the because 48 hours that you have to get the test makes it kind of tight to get a negative test. So if you can get it done at the airport, and there are a number of hotels, resorts you can stay at near the airport. They don't have as many as you would think, but there are several. Crown Regency is one. I've done a video there many years ago. And for those of you who don't know, I've got over 1,000 videos. I've been taking videos since 2015. I've got a lot of real estate videos. What a condos rent for, what do they look like, what do you get, what do they cost to buy, a few subdivisions, some cost of living videos, travel videos, a number of different videos. So check those out. And if you'd be so kind to give me the thumbs up, that helps to promote the channel, or the thumbs down. I think that also helps if you're not happy with the content. I want to mention a couple things. I'm going to do a separate video about some things I've learned about the Philippines, things I think are important if you're coming here. But I want to mention one of those right now. I bought a Google Fi phone. It's an international phone. Works in, I don't know, like 150 countries around the world. Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. But they have rules. If you use it, it's to be used primarily in the United States of America, and I've been using mine for, I think, over 2 years now, almost entirely in the Philippines. And they finally caught on to that, and they sent me an email a month or so ago, said, you're about to lose your data coverage on your phone. The reason I did that, I bought the US phone number from Google Fi, and that's FI, Google FI. I bought that because my banks and credit cards want to send me a text message to when I want to log in as a second step. I log in with my password, but then they want to send me a text as a verification. So unless that person has my phone and knows, anyway, they have turned off my data, my free data usage. But the good news is that that the texting and calling still works even though I'm out of the country. So they just turned off my data, which I used very little anyway. And I sent them an email back saying, hey, I'm a travel vlogger, blah blah blah, and they just sent me a copy of their rules and said, tough luck, guy, we're shutting your data off. And I do have a Philippine phone with dual SIMs, and I've got a Globe and a Smart SIM in there that I keep data on generally, because one works better in some areas than the other one. So it's good to have a dual SIM phone here. There are a number of companies in the US that offer international calling plans that you can sign up for. And I had T-Mobile for a while when I first came here for a few months, and the data was very, very, very slow. And I've read that it still is. I've read that it still is with T-Mobile, so you might want to search out some other carrier that has international plans. I know Verizon does. I think AT&T does. And it really depends upon their contract with cell companies in different countries. And they buy the very small, slow package, I suppose, to save money. Now I've had 3 trips basically to the Philippines. I went back to the U.S. once, and took a trip to Vietnam once. And I've lived in 6 different condominiums over in Cebu City, the various areas of Cebu City. Mactan Island over here, where the international airport is, got lots of resorts, especially on the east side of the island, anything from 1 star up to 5 star. And there are a lot of housing developments over here, medium-sized, small and large, old and new housing developments. If you want to rent a house, buy a house. And I've done a couple of videos. Alegria is one place. La Jolla, La Jolla, something like that. Very large. And just off to the right was a housing development, as a matter of fact. Each time I go over to Mactan, I find new areas, new things. And generally it seems like it's a little less expensive for your housing costs, renting and such. Now it depends location. They've got a new 3rd bridge coming in on the south side into Cordova, a section of Mactan Island, and they're widening some roads to bring that traffic up around into the industrial sections. And Mactan has a couple of large industrial areas. They've got a Timex plant, they've got a motorbike plant, a number of industries over here. And anyway, that's going to affect, obviously it's going to affect the property prices. Lots has changed these last couple of years with lots of businesses closing permanently, other new ones opening up different places. So any comments, suggestions you have? People ask me about bars over here. I don't know. I don't get over here that often. But anyway, this is Gaisano Grand Mall. Over here on the right, we're going to get off here, grab a taxi. This cost me 50 pesos, really only 20 pesos a piece for this ride. And anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.